It was a day before Thanksgiving weekend when my husband and I, along with our close friends, decided to take a short getaway. We chose a quiet coastal town in Maine called Ashridge Bay. Known for its serene atmosphere and stunning ocean views, it seemed like the perfect place to unwind. Our plan was to leave Friday evening after work and arrive early Saturday morning. After a long drive through winding roads and dense forests, we finally reached the silver horizon in around 1 a.m. The inn overlooked the ocean, and its peaceful vibe immediately won us over. As a newlywed couple, we were particularly drawn to its positive energy, believing it would ward off any negativity, a belief tied to the notion that newlyweds are more susceptible to such influences in their first year of marriage. At check-in, we were warmly welcomed and shown to our room, number 105. The hallway leading to the room was dimly lit and eerily quiet. As we stepped inside, I immediately felt a strange chill. Despite the humid summer air outside, the room was unusually cold. I brushed it off, attributing it to the ground floor location, or maybe an overactive air conditioning system. Exhausted from the trip, we quickly got into bed and fell into a deep sleep. The next day we explored Ashridge Bay, soaking in its quaint charm and scenic beauty. By evening we were back at the inn, enjoying a casual get-together with our friends. Drinks and laughter carried us into the early hours of the morning, and by 2:30 a.m., we all decided to call it a night. Barely an hour later, around 3 a.m., I woke up with a jolt. My heart was racing, though I didn't know why. I lay still, trying to understand what had startled me awake. As I turned to my left, my breath caught in my throat. Standing in the middle of the room was a little girl. She was dressed in an old-fashioned black dress, her hair neatly tied back. But what froze me was the fact that her feet weren't touching the ground. She hovered just above the floor, her presence otherworldly and unnerving. As I stared, unable to move or speak, she slowly turned her head toward me. Her eyes, they were hollow, pitch black, and filled with an unexplainable darkness. A wave of pure terror washed over me. My body refused to move, as if I was paralyzed by her gaze. The room grew colder, the air heavy with an oppressive energy. My heart pounded so violently I thought it might give out. Desperate to escape the fear, I began silently chanting prayers, Shiva Tandav mantra and Ganapati mantra, though I'm not sure how I managed to remember them in that state. The girl stared at me for what felt like an eternity, then suddenly vanished into thin air. The room was silent again, but the chill lingered. My husband, deep in sleep, had no idea what had just happened. As I lay awake, trembling and trying to process what I had just seen, a strange message echoed in my mind. It wasn't a dream, but rather a voice, deep and distant. Miriam will miss you. The name meant nothing to me, but the tone was ominous. The voice then said something even more chilling. We're connected. From a time you don't remember. I couldn't make sense of these words. Was this a past life connection? A warning? Or just my mind playing tricks on me after such a terrifying encounter? The next morning I shared what had happened with our friends, but no one knew how to explain it. Room 105, which seemed so ordinary during the day, now carried a heavy, unshakable weight in my mind. Even now, I don't know what I saw that night or what the message meant. But one thing is certain. That little girl, with her hollow eyes and ghostly presence, left an indelible mark on my soul. Some encounters are beyond explanation, and some places carry a darkness that lingers long after the sun rises. If you ever find yourself in room 105 at the Silver Horizon Inn, just pray you don't wake up at 3 a.m.